Hey guys, it's Shannon. I am so excited about this project. I cannot even tell you. You're kind of gonna get a glimpse into my spring coffee bar idea. So you wanna make sure to subscribe and come back whenever I do my big spring coffee bar reveal, because I always do a really great tour for you all so you can see all of the details, and this is one of them. So I love the Jadeite, which is a really pretty sort of creamy green color, really pretty for spring. And I went shopping for it, and let me tell you, it is not cheap. Some of it is very expensive, especially if you can find the antiques and the authentic ones. But even right now, Hobby Lobby has some, and Hearth and Hand over at Target even has their own line with a few things, but it wasn't exactly what I was looking for, number one. Number two, paying $25, $30 per piece was definitely not in my coffee bar budget. So today we are actually gonna be creating our own Jadeite. So let's get started. All right, so let me show you my goodies here. I actually went to Dollar Tree first, because you know me, check Dollar Tree first. You never know what you're gonna find. And they have some gorgeous pieces. This was even in my Dollar Tree haul, my spring Dollar Tree haul, so you can go back and watch that if you missed that. This beautiful vase, that was also in my haul. And then a set of salt and pepper shakers and just a clear glass plate. So of course, $1 for each of those, pretty good deal. Until I went to the thrift store and found some amazing pieces for even cheaper than the Dollar Tree. So we have this beautiful, unique, ornate, it's almost like one of those vinegar bottles maybe. Also this, I want to say sugar pourer or maybe syrup pourer, but again has that pretty diamond glass look to it. This gorgeous, oh gosh, this was a great find, tray, a lemon juicer. I just really liked the idea of the glass having some detail to it. And then this candy dish here. So all of these four here were 50 cents each, and then this was only $2. So I'm really, really excited to see those all be transformed. So my plan here to get that beautiful Jadeite finish is I found this paint at Michael's. It's the Martha Stewart paint, and this is in the color Pea Shoot, which I know is a beautiful name, right? But it's that gorgeous, nearly Jadeite color. However, I also found this Krylon spray paint in the color Pistachio, and unfortunately it is way freezing here. It is like in the 20s, so this is just not gonna work. I like to spray paint outside. If I run out of this paint, I may try it. So I did grab it, but I think I'm going to use a foam paintbrush and paint all of these instead, even though I know this would be a lot quicker and a lot easier. So if you are in warmer climates, I would suggest doing the spray paint instead. But here is what I'm gonna do to get started. I'm gonna take all of the tags off of the glassware and wash it all so it's nice and clean and dry. And then my plan is to use a foam paintbrush and add paint to the underside of everything. So the bottom side of the bowl, that way the top has that pretty sheen to it. Like Jadeite is like a real glossy type finish. Same thing like the bottom of this, the inside of this. The only thing is I'm worried about is this one here. There is like a tiny hole in the lid that I could probably drip some paint into and cover it that way, but I have no way of getting the paint into the handle on this, so I may just paint the outside of this and see how it goes, and I can always add sort of a glossy finish over the top even. But again, for this tray, I'm gonna do the bottom side and the bottom of the lemon juicer. And so let's get started and see how this all gets transformed and how it looks when it's all finished. right, so I wanted to give you a look at the pieces after one coat of paint, and definitely it needs at least 2, if not 3 coats, but I am just loving, I mean, that's what it looks like from the top instead of the underside that was painted, and that is so pretty. I'm so happy with that. So I know as I add a coat, 2 or more, it's just gonna get better and better. Now this one I said I had to paint the outside, so we'll see how that goes. The other thing was this guy, I couldn't paint up inside of the stem, so the bottom of this did get painted on the outside too. So I really wish I could have gotten all of that on the inside because it would have looked so pretty. But like I said, I might add a clear coat and gloss it up some. The other thing I wanted to mention was this paint. It says to let it dry an hour in between coats. That's what I'm going to let this do. I'm going to let it dry for an hour before I come back and do another coat. But the other thing that it says is that if you let it cure for 21 days, it is top rack dishwasher safe, or so it says. So no, I would not say this is food safe. I would not put salt and pepper in here after painting the inside. But if you paint the outside and then go to wash it, I guess it should be okay after 21 days. But yeah, this one was a little bit difficult. Make sure if you're doing pieces that you're gonna be painting the inside of, like this one was really easy because it's short. This one was a little bit more difficult because you have to be able to get your hand down in there. So that was a little bit difficult, or just get a longer paintbrush, something like that, to make it a little easier. But yeah, I'm gonna let this sit for an hour, come back and do another coat, and then I'll show you what it looks like after 2 coats. All right, so it is the next day. I was able to get 2 coats of paint on here using this and the paintbrush, and I don't have enough to do a 3rd coat, and I definitely feel like it needs at least 1 more coat, if not 2 more coats, and I'm out of the paint. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna go and use the spray paint because that's what I have on hand. I'm just gonna open a window in the basement and try not to freeze myself out so I can get a coat of spray paint on these. And I already tested this one and it came out really, really nice. So I kind of wish I just would have done this from the beginning and saved myself a lot of time and hassle painting with a paintbrush, because this finish is coming out much nicer. So I sprayed this side, and let me show you what it looks like on the other side. And you can still kind of see some of the brush strokes from when I painted it on, but it's not nearly as bad as like this. That doesn't have that layer of spray paint on it. You can see that. Let me show you this in the light. So definitely not as bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up a paint station in the basement, and I'll be back to show you what all of this looks like with a coat of spray paint. I'm super excited because it's the first time I've had this door open since before winter, late in fall, so several months now. It's kind of nice to get some fresh air down here into the workshop. But I did go ahead and paint the outside of these few vases or containers, and I think what I'm going to do is flip these over and do the inside of them too, just so they are cohesive. And I probably would have done this from the beginning if I would have used the spray paint to start with and just covered the entire thing with paint. So, you know, this is just sort of an experiment on my end, and I hope you guys are sort of learning from my methods to see what is best for you and what works for you. But I'm really loving how the spray paint is going. It looks much, much better. And I may even give these a coat of clear gloss just to shine them up a little bit. But yeah, super, super excited. Can't wait to get these on the coffee bar. I could not be more happy with the way these turned out. It was just the way I had imagined, and I did sort of have to take the long way around to figure out the best method for this. And definitely I suggest the spray paint. It was much more easy and it was very quick, and it really did give that beautiful finish that I was looking for. Another great thing about this project was that it was very inexpensive. So I spent less than $10 on all the glassware and about $7 or $8 on the paint. So for less than $20, I was able to get so many great pieces to add to the coffee bar at such a fraction of the cost of what was for sale in stores, as well as purchasing antiques, which of course would be ideal. But if you're on a budget, you definitely can get upscale vintage looks just by DIYing your own. I hope that this tutorial inspired you. I hope you'll also give this video a thumbs up for me. That definitely helps out my channel so very much. And if you have any questions about this technique, you can leave those down in the comments below. I'd be happy to help you down there. I hope you will also hit that subscribe button and join me as I bring you new tutorials, DIYs, and new inspiration every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You'll also want to come back so you get that tour of my spring coffee bar that is soon to come. This was definitely a fun tutorial, and I want to thank you all so much for joining me for it. I will see you all next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.